Happy morning to all. Today in C#.NET programming we are going to cover the topic methods under the title operators and expression. In methods we are going to cover the outline, what is meant by method, syntax for method, and then example for C# method, and then what are the types available in methods. Now let us see what is meant by method. Method is a block of code which only runs when it is called. You can pass some data known as parameters or arguments into a method. A method is used to perform some action. They are also known as function. Now let us see syntax for method. First we usually create class name, and then inside the class we are going to create a method. With the help of access specifier, return type, method name, and then parameters. Without parameters also we can able to create method. While create a method, and whenever you are going to call that particular method, automatically execute this particular statement. We define a method in a class with various parameters. Like access specifier, we have either public or else private to allow other classes to access the method. And then return type, it is used to specify the type of value the method can return. And then method name, it must be unique to identify the method in a class. And then parameters are useful to send or receive some data from a method. Example for method: class name here users, and then public void get user of. Public is access specifier, void return type, and then get user is one kind of method we are going to create here. Here no parameters there. So whenever you are going to call this particular method, automatically execute this particular statement. Here next example is private void insert user details. Here two parameters are there. One is name and another one is age. Whenever you used to call this particular method like insert users details, automatically the particular statement will get executed. Next example is protected string get user details, and then user ID. Automatically we are going to call this particular get user details method. This particular statement will get executed. Next let us see the types of method. We have many kinds of method or available in C#. Let us see one by one. Pure virtual method, abstract method, partial method, and then extension method, instance method, static method. Let us see what is meant by pure virtual method. As a term that programmers use in C++, there is a term abstract in place of pure virtual method in C#. And the pure virtual method balva நம்ம abstract அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி நம்ம specify பண்ணிருக்கோம். That's what pure virtual method. And another thing is virtual method. Make some default functionality with the help of virtual method. In other words, we used to say virtual methods are being implemented in a base class that can be overridden in derived class. Here for example, public class A class we are going to create virtual int calculate method we are going to create here with two parameters. One is A and another one is B. And then whenever we used to call this particular calculate method, we are going to return the statement A plus B calculation. And then next we are going to create another derived class B with the help of base class A. Here overridden happen in calculate int A comma int B. Whenever you used to call this B class, we are going to return the statement A plus B plus 1. This is known as virtual method. Next method is important method, abstract method. Abstract method is a method with no implementation and is implicitly virtual. You can make abstract method only in abstract class. That is a rule. Example, public void abstract keyword we are going to specify here. Do something is one kind of method we are going to create with one parameter in A. Next let us see what is meant by partial method. Partial method has its signature defined in one part of the partial type and its implementation defined in another part of the type. Partial method here is a signature. We are going to simply define in one part. Implementation we are going to process in another part. That is known as partial method. Here is an example for partial method. Namespace PM, partial class A, partial void on something happen is one kind of method we are going to create here with an implementation with a parameter string S. Next, partial class A, partial void on something happen and string as here the comment of this method and program will still compiling. Automatically we are going to print the text with the help of right line of function, something happen. So defining is done in one part and then implementation is done in another part. This is known as partial method. Now extension method is a special kind of static method, but they are called as if they were instance method on an extended type. Simply what is what, that is enough for extension method. Next thing is static method. This belongs to the type, it does not belong to instance of type. You can access static method by class name. You can put static method in static or else in non-static classes. The only difference is that static method in a non-static class cannot be extension method. Static method example, public static class, class name is static class, and then public static int, method name do something of, we are going to return some statement, and then public class main program main functions we are going to call the static class dot do something of. That particular method we are going to call by using dot operator. Thank you guys. Thank you for your patient listening. Next topic, same video we are going to cover the next topic, that is none other than array. Wait a second, I will share screen. So now we are going to cover the topic array. I hope you all know very well what is meant by array. Simply we are going to get an overview of array in C#. We are going to cover, these are the topics we are going to cover now in array. What are the advantages and disadvantages of array, and then how to declare as well as initialize an array, and then how to access array using for loop, and then how to access array using for each. Array, simply array means a group of similar data types of elements that we are going to have some contiguous memory location. In C#, array is an object of base type system. So in C#, array index starts from 0. We can store only fixed set of elements in C# array. Here is an example. Index starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, and then data we are going to store like 10, 20, 30. These are the data, or as we used to say elements. Advantages of an array. We have less code while developing an code in array. By using array concepts, the code will very minimum. So that's what, that is major advantage in C#. So another important thing is randomly we can able to access an array, as well as easy to traverse the data from one process to one process to another. So that is also one advantages in array concept. We can able to manipulate the data in easy way. That is also major advantage in array. And then we can sort the data easily. And disadvantages is fixed size. Whatever size we are going to prefer, we are going to implement, so that can able to store that memory location will be stamped in fixed size. That is a major disadvantage in array. Now let us see how to declare an array in C#. An array can be declared using by specifying the type of its element with square brackets. These are the declaration int square array square bracket, as well as even numbers. If you want to specify string values, we can specify like this: string square bracket cities. If you want to initialize a value in particular array variable, we can specify like set bracket. New int of 5 means we are going to create a value 2, 4, 6 in set bracket. Same like we are going to give string values like this. Set bracket, we are going within a double quote, we are going to specify. Example for declaring an array variable even numbers is equal to new int of, and then we are going to specify an values. Now let us see how to access an array using for loop. For loop to access array element. Usually if you want to specify multiple elements, for that we are going to use looping concepts. So we can use a lengthy property of an array in conditional expression of for loop. So here int we are going to initialize even numbers, and then for loop initialization I is equal to 0, and then condition, and then I plus plus increment. Console dot write line of even numbers of I. So automatically index 0, 1, 2, 3. Likewise it takes. And then within a for loop we are going to specify even numbers of I, increment of plus 10. So automatically 2 plus 10, 20, 4 plus 10, 40. Likewise we are going to get an output. Now for each, it's an important concept in C#. For each loop to read values of an array elements without using index. Syntax for each is for each type variable name in array name. So within a block we are going to specify a statement. Example, even numbers we are going to specify here, and then string variable, another cities variable we are going to specify here. Within a for each where item is even numbers. Here item specify as variable name, array variable name, and then console write line of item for each where city in cities. So array name என்னவோ இங்க city அப்படிங்கிறது நம்மளா create பண்ற ஒரு value variable. So variable name we are going to process cities. So automatically it will print city, Mumbai, London, New York. So these are the